So on the basis of position of centromere, there are four type of chromosomes. Okay, if the chromosome having the centromere in the center and both the arms of equal size, if the centromere is present in the center and the chromosome is having both the arms of equal size, then such type of chromosome is called as metacentric chromosome. Okay, this chromosome is having the centromere in the center and both the arms of equal size. Then second type of chromosome in which the centromere is slightly shifted towards one side, then it will produce one arm slightly shorter and one arm slightly longer. Such type of chromosome is called as submetacentric chromosome. So this centromere is shifted slightly upside. Okay, let me show you here. So here we are writing this is a metacentric chromosome. Now the centromere is slightly shifted upward, so it will produce one arm slightly shorter and the another arm slightly longer. Such type of chromosome is called as submetacentric chromosome. Now again, if the centromere is shifted slightly upward so that it will produce one arm shorter and one arm of longer size, then such type of chromosome is called as acrocentric chromosome. In acrocentric chromosome, the centromere is shifted towards one end and it will produce one arm which is extremely short and one arm which is extremely long. And now if it is shifted at the tip of chromosome, by shifting the chromosome at the tip, the chromosome will have only one single arm, and such type of chromosome which is having a only single arm and in which the centromere is present at the tip is called as telocentric chromosome. So on the basis of position of centromere, if the centromere is present in the center producing two equal arms, such type of chromosome is called as metacentric chromosome. If the centromere is shifted slightly toward one end producing one short and one long arm, then such type of chromosome is called as metacentric. Again, if the centromere is shifted towards the one end producing one extremely short and one very long arm, then it is called as acrocentric chromosome. And if the centromere is shifted on the tip of chromosome, then such type of chromosome is called as telocentric. So we can observe this four type of chromosome on the basis of position of centromere, and these type of chromosome are found in case of metaphase of cell division. So this classification on the basis of centromere is found in case of metaphase. In metaphase, the chromosomes are arranged at the equatorial plate and we can visualize this type of structure. But whenever the cell will start with anaphase, due to pulling effect of spindle fiber, these chromosomes will change the shape. Let's say for example, we have already discussed that the centromere is having the kinetochores and the spindle fibers are attached to the kinetochore. So these are the spindle fibers which are going to pull this chromosome. Now whenever we will pull this chromosome from one side, this centromere will come first and both the arms will lag behind. So if we pull a metacentric chromosome, let's say for example that this is a centromere and it is having both the arms of equal size, and this is a kinetochore to which the spindle fibers are attached, and we are pulling this spindle fiber. Okay, So whenever we pull this spindle fiber, this centromere will come first and this both arm will trail behind. So this structure will change into such type of structure. We can visualize a centromere and this both arm will trail behind, but these both arms are of equal size. So such type of structure or chromosome which we can visualize during anaphase is called as V-shaped chromosome. So a metacentric chromosome in metaphase will look like a V-shaped chromosome in anaphase. Similarly, if we pull a submetacentric chromosome, then it will produce a structure in which we can visualize a centromere, one arm which is short and one arm is long. So it will produce a L type of structure. Then a acrocentric chromosome will look like it is having one shorter arm and one larger arm. So this type of structure is called as J-shaped chromosome. And whenever we pull the telocentric chromosome, it will produce a I-shaped chromosome. So on the basis of how the chromosome will look like in anaphase due to pulling effect, we are having V metacentric, L submetacentric, J acrocentric and I telocentric chromosome. So these type of structures are observed due to pulling effect in anaphase. So these are the various types of chromosome which we observed in case of eukaryotic cells. Now in human we are having in total 46 chromosome, and all the chromatin fiber of 46 chromosome putting together will contribute for 2 meter of length. So a 46 chromosome in human cell will have a total length of 2 meters. Clear? And this chromosome, whenever we observe this chromosome in a diploid cell, they will produce a characteristic pattern. This characteristic pattern is called as karyotype of the particular organism. As the number of chromosome in each organism is fixed, each organism will produce a characteristic pattern of chromosome, and this characteristic pattern is called as karyotype of this organism. So karyotype is the characteristic pattern of chromosome in diploid cell. Clear? And the diagrammatic representation of this karyotype is called as ideogram. So if we produce a diagrammatic representation of this karyotype, then it is called as ideogram. So these are the two terminologies which we have to remember. Each diploid cell will produce a characteristic pattern of chromosome, that is called as karyotype. As the chromosome number is fixed for every organism, the karyotype for every organism is fixed. But if we represent this karyotype in a diagrammatic form, then such type of diagram are called as ideograms. So this is everything regarding the nucleus and the structure of chromosome. With this we are ending our chapter cell, the unit of life. ये एक बेसिक चैप्टर था 11th स्टैंडर्ड स्टूडेंट के लिए. इस चैप्टर के साथ हमारा पहला चैप्टर खत्म हो जाता है और आगे वाले चैप्टर्स जो 11th स्टैंडर्ड के स्टूडेंट करना चाहते हैं वो किसी भी प्लेलिस्ट के साथ जुड़ सकते हैं. वो प्लांट फिजियोलॉजी के चैप्टर्स चालू कर सकते हैं जो कि हमारे चैनल पे फीचर हो रही है, या तो फिर वो ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी के चैप्टर्स के साथ चालू कर सकते हैं. एनी चैप्टर और एनी प्लेलिस्ट दे कैन स्टार्ट नाउ. हम जूम पे भी लाइव बैचेस कुछ दिनों में स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं। जूम की लाइव बैचेस अटेंड करने के लिए आपको क्लासरूम प्रोग्राम में रजिस्टर्ड करवाना पड़ेगा। उसकी एक प्रोसीजर है, आप फॉलो कीजिए और आप हमसे लाइव कांटेक्ट में रह सकते हैं जूम बैच की मदद से जब तक लॉकडाउन चालू है। दिस इज एवरीथिंग अबाउट द चैप्टर सेल। नाउ इन दिस यूनिट वी आर स्टार्टिंग अ नेक्स्ट चैप्टर, दैट इज सेल डिवीजन। थैंक यू।